those people were sitting there. These people that were at the top tier in their government, in their various governments, they were watching this like they had seen it 100 times before. There was no reaction. It was almost like, okay, when are we going to get this done? And so I think that when you're talking about the higher levels, I don't think you're able to get that high without being groomed to get to that height at this stage, or that you're part of the cabal, so to speak, that gets those types of people to the top.
So it would be hard for you to believe that anybody at that level is not into this.
Well, I mean, and I don't mean to be imputing bad will to people, but I'm very suspect of these people. Part of it is because of the fact that everything they do is Marxist or communist in their behavior and their structure and what they're trying to do. So and so which I've actually done a series of short videos where I show that diabolic psychology and communism are identical. The psychology is absolutely the same. And so these people, you can pretty much tell that they're driven. There's also these are the same types of people that just make sure that abortion always is maintained. They push abortion everywhere. So I think a large percentage of them at the top, I'm not saying every one of them are, but I mean, this is my own opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm venturing out a bit too much, but it seems to me that a large percentage of them actually are. When Putin said, and I'm not a fan of Putin, but when Putin said, that the world elites or the heads of world governments are basically in the West are just a bunch of satanic pedophiles. I'm like, well, yeah, that's true. So
a lot of people are saying that now.
Yeah,
a lot of people are saying that now. It's it just seems like the veil's coming off, and it scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, the bad part about it is if the veil drops too much and people start rising up to take the power away, that's when it's going to get ugly. Because these people have their levers on their hands on the levers of power, and they're going to use it to take us out if they think that their power is going to be jeopardized at this point. Because with demons, they're stripped of everything except power. That's the only thing that means anything to them. And so as these people become more like their masters, it's just going to be about power.
Damn, you literally see it. You see these people get addicted to their own bullshit, their power.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Especially in politics.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I had during one session, one of the demons started attacking the woman internally, and I didn't know quite what was going on because I was just doing the ritual. But afterwards, she said when she came out, she said the demon, first of all, gave her the illusion of having all this power, right? But she said, and then he moved me interiorly to feel the rush that he gives to people when they have that power. And she said, it was so intoxicating. She said, if I hadn't had the grace to reject it, I would have gotten sucked into it. So he rewards them, giving them that rush that they get in having that power.
Man, I cannot get through my head how many people are into this and how they can sacrifice a child, a baby, an infant. I mean, there has to be some. I mean, I guess not, but I mean, it's just zero sense of right and wrong in their head. It's like they feel no guilt.
Yeah.
If some of the stuff that's going on right now is true, I mean, these people feel zero shame.
Yeah, that's actually true. I think
they're still out in the public. They're laughing. They're fucking smiling.
Yeah, and the segue to almost all satanic activity is violations of the sixth commandment. These people had impure lives when they were younger, and that was the gateway to them becoming more. And then at a certain point, Satan just leads. You actually see this among homosexuals who are highly active. Eventually the sex starts to become ritualistic, but these people were. That very often that's the way they got introduced to satanic stuff, and then over the course of time they liked it, and then at a certain point their intellectual vision just becomes clouded and they actually like it and they think it's good. That's why whenever you hear the politicians, they'll say, well, this particular politician or that is trying to destroy democracy. That's just a code phrase for saying they're trying to take away our power, which they want. And then people have to remember along the way, Demons can actually block people from thinking about certain things and remembering certain things, but they can also reward people by giving them these intense emotional experiences in relationship to things, and so they really get to liking it and think it's actually a good thing, and they want to get it again.
What does God want us to do? What does Christ want us to do about this? Are we supposed to just sit here and idle? Or are we supposed to challenge it? Are we supposed to expose it? Are we supposed to fight it? Or are we just supposed to live good lives and try to lead by example? I just, what are we supposed to do?
Well, I think that, well, I'm fighting it. In the particular work that I actually do, I'm kind of at ground zero in a certain sense. But because what's interesting is as you fight and break possessions in relationship to people, the demons admit that it starts to slowly deteriorate their power in relationship to the rest of the world. But what we have to do is the primary thing that you have to do is you have to lead good and holy lives, because in being holy, then you will be a conduit of grace for other people. And then the primary thing for the people have to realize is that their job is to fight the spiritual warfare in their own life and in the life of their family. So the proper authority has two things. It's to provide and to protect. Your job as a father and as a husband is to provide, not just materially for your family, but to provide spiritually by becoming holy and praying for them on a regular basis, doing prayers, sufferings, good works, fasting, etc., so that they receive the grace necessary to do the right thing. But then it's also to protect. I mean, obviously, if someone tried to break into your house, you're going to get a gun and you're going to take this guy out, right? The same thing has to happen on a spiritual level. You have to be willing to be knowledgeable about spiritual warfare and be willing to fight it in relationship to keeping those things out of your house. And you, as the father, as the authority figure, have to make sure you never allow your own sin to introduce the demons into your own house. And so, but that's the one thing. But you have to be willing to fight, and that means you have to be willing to say binding prayers, say prayers of protection for your children and your wife on a regular basis. So people have to, the real goal is to protect your family and to get that. And then at a certain point, and this is what happens with exorcists. I had no intention of being an exorcist. I still don't want to be an exorcist. The only reason I do it is because of the fact that I was basically asked to do it. And so it's the same kind of a thing. If you get to that point where you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in the context of your family, God will start to bring you people that you can start giving them the instruction and start helping them to come up to speed. It's like training. It's like combat training. You have to make sure you're a good combat soldier first, and then you can help the other guys come up to speed. And it's the same thing in spiritual warfare.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I feel like I'm in the fight. At least I feel like I'm exposing stuff. I don't know how much good it's actually doing, but the shit doesn't come without a toll.